Good evening and welcome to the final sort of episode-ish thing of the MYST series that I did a while ago, and a long while ago at this point actually. But yeah, I finally have gotten into the headspace, gotten some time, and ready to go back. Full disclosure, I did actually attempt this again last night, just to basically start from scratch. There's a couple of achievements on this stage. I've now got all the achievements, and yeah, basically just to see like if it was as complicated as I thought it was, or if I was just overcomplicating things on the day. Spoiler alert. It was the latter. So, yeah, anyway, so this was obviously the entrance to Rime. We arrive here from the Mist Island. I actually also figured out why Rime exists, why they kind of added it in, and why they took out. There was a message from Atris's father in the original Mist, which I cannot find in this one. I haven't Googled it or anything like that. I didn't want to, get the solution to this. Before I managed to figure it out myself. But in the original Myst Masterpiece Edition, there was a message from Atris's father on the holographic table thing, and I haven't been able to find that anywhere. So, yeah, this I think basically explains or ties in Myst into the rest of the series, and specifically Riven, which is the second game, which I also have. So I think I will potentially consider going across to that at some point, but I'm still deciding on that. This section isn't entirely very long, so I haven't decided if I'm going to finish Rime and then head across to. There we go. If I'm maybe going to finish Rime and head across to Hardspace, or if I'm just going to finish Rime and go off for tonight. Obviously, it's been a while since I last streamed, so I'm basically just trying to get myself to start doing it again. So yeah, that's the plan. So that tonight might be a little bit of a short stream. There we go. I need to check if I actually exported my Hardspace gameplay through to YouTube. If not, then I'll have to restart the game. If I have, then I'll just continue from there. One of the achievements is to basically stand here until you get gassed, which you'll see shortly. It's about 30 seconds. Which feels so long when you're aware about it. There we go. So yes, that's what happens when you get gassed. There's an achievement for that. Obviously this heats everything up, melts everything down. We did see this previously, so I'm not too fussed about sitting here waiting for everything to do its thing. Pretty sure we did also read through all the books and things. It was only the puzzle itself that I wasn't able to stuck. I wasn't able to figure it out, so I'm not going to go through everything again. But essentially the important part of this one is this section over here, and then what I didn't note at the time was this was for Stone Ship. And go to this one. I think I did note this at the time. This one is for Channelwood. So those are the two that we kind of have as full clues. Then as we go down here, oh, I didn't realize there was mist along the bottom of this passage. Yeah, there it comes. So I think at the time, I couldn't figure out what this was all for, because there didn't seem to be anything to do with the large tower up there or anything like that, even though you could go all the way up to it and have a look directly at it. There didn't seem to be anything to do on it. But I did find in one of the children's books that there was a diagram showing the whales coming into this lagoon thing here, and there you go. You can actually see them there. So there's 3 of them, apparently, according to the observations of the kids. They each have different dorsal fin patterns and that sort of thing, which is how they told them apart. At least that's what I got from the book itself. So, yeah, you can see one big one and then 2 smaller ones from what I can tell. So yeah, that's the whales. There is also one that you can see from the telescope, but I don't know, the whales are a little bit of a frustration to me. 2 seconds. Apologies, sneeze. But the whales are kind of a little bit of a weird one for me because, like, if you look at everything here, it looks pretty well made. It looks like the models are pretty good, everything's textured nicely and so on. But the whales just feel tacked on somehow, especially with this being Unreal Engine. The whales just don't seem to be made as well as everything else. Just my personal opinion. So down to Atris's room. And this is where... Did I check what that was? Or I've just realized. Clear, red, green. Yes, I did. So... Okay. Interesting. Okay, anyway. So in Atris's book, it's just how he discovered the lenses and things. This number here is obviously important. It's the frequency of the light that they need. So anything that I do to the light emitters up at the top needs to match that frequency. Simple enough. Looking at this, it looks like 2. I think this might be a clue that I missed last night. So it's the second ring from the top. 4, 5. 14. Okay, and from the bottom it's 9. I'll have to check if that actually lines up with the puzzle itself, because I think that might be missed. Oh, right, yeah, the linking book, of course. Doesn't look like anything there. Okay, so this is the puzzle room itself. Obviously, this is Infinity in a Bottle, which is something that Atris references in the clue book that he had, and it's in reference to Riven, which is obviously where he has attempted to imprison his father. So, okay, so you can see we've got orange and blue, got the middle setting on this one, more than 4. I don't know if I figured out Everdunes, funny enough. That's not right now. So we've got this one here, which is cyan, blue, red, and yellow. I initially thought this was clear, but then if you look at the side, it's yellow there. Obviously clues over there. So, and that one, obviously we don't have a name for. Then we've got this one here, which is clear. The rules for how to build things up. So these rules, along with examples that were given, allow us to then figure out the missing parts of the Riven one that was destroyed by the water. This part here is what I missed. So when we're doing this the first time, I somehow missed this diagram. I just didn't see it. And basically, I don't know if it makes a difference, to be honest, but it suggests that the bottom side needs to be higher than the top side, which I think that was one of the things that tripped me up most, was I had no idea what sort of light it needed. But anyway, knowing that, then we can go up to top. Back again. Cool. Sorry. That now it starts. Now my sinuses want to. So, hey, fun. Okay, right. So here, so the two rules are that I can tell is the bottom side needs to be higher than the top side, and then the top side, or the total, needs to be 1,400. So I'm gonna do that. And we have the Aurora. I don't think it affects anything on the whale side or anything like that, so okay, go. See there, it's sucking in the light somehow. Okay, so back to the puzzle room itself. The first thing I did was I went to Channelwood. Yeah, and Channelwood was known, so let's start at the bottom one. Okay, so this one needs to be clear, which is the white color. It needs to be fully open. No, it needs to be on the middle setting. Yep, middle. There we go. Okay, and it needs to be at height 2. Next one needs to be orange color. It is at height 6 with fully open. Next one is as closed as it can be. It needs to be blue. And it needs to be at height 9. Okay, and then the top one, okay, 20 is as high as it goes. That's good to know for something else. Okay, so we're going to go cyan. Go. And we're going to make it fully open. So the top one is always fully open. And then we'll go down to 12. Now, I pull this lever. And there we go. We can now see channelwood. Oops. As long as we don't get too close to the walls. Is it possible to close this door? No, it's not possible to close the door. But yeah, okay, so that's how the system works. So obviously we've been to the ages. There's no point in going through all of them. But yeah, we've got stone ship, we've got whatever this one is. Where is it? No, that's stone ship. Riven, mechanical age, and then Celeritic? I cannot for the life of me remember. We've also got a blank book, which I haven't figured out the blank book itself yet, and MYST I haven't seen yet. MYST I think is that one that we found in Atris's room, but yeah, obviously haven't really managed to test it yet. Let me try and put the blank book under the current lenses and see what it does. Nothing, which is expected. Okay, so Riven, right? Okay, so Riven is the damaged one over here. So the rules we have is the frequencies must progress in whatever direction they're going. We've got orange and blue as the current options. The range of frequencies goes from clear, white, yellow, pink, purple, blue, cyan, green. So after blue, there's only really after blue, there's only really cyan and green. So these kind of have to be cyan and green. Okay, then we look at this. This is a single ring. And how did I figure this out? So this is a single ring here, and this is a large ring, okay, the full open. You cannot have two of these consecutively. So we can't have another open one here, and we can't have another single ring here. So this one has to be a fully closed ring. This obviously is a single ring, and then this one I assumed was a fully closed ring as well. I think it was a guess. I don't remember what my reasoning was, but I decided this must have been a fully closed ring over here. Okay, and then here, because there are two fully closed rings, then this one has to be equidistant between the two. So that's an 8. And then this one here, it cannot be more than 11 away from the bottom one. So this one has to be at most 15. You can kind of actually see it. I don't know if I'm imagining this, but it kind of looks like there is a 15 written there as well. But yeah, that's basically how I figured it out. Okay, so we go back here. And we'll go to the top one first. Or try and go to the top one. There we go. Okay, so we go 15. Okay, so 15 is fully open and it is orange. Okay, then the next one is a 12. It is minimally open, yeah, which it already is, and it is a blue, which we can leave as is. Okay, and then we've got an 8, because it's equidistance between 12 and 4. We've got a single ring, there we go, and then we've got cyan. There we go. And then finally we've got a 4. And this one is minimal as well. This one is green. Now, pull the lever. And we have Riven. So Riven is the next game in the series. As I said, it's where Atreus has imprisoned his father. And so, yeah, Riven is a little bit inhabited, if I remember correctly, but I can't remember by what. Riven I wasn't as aware of as I was with MYST. So Riven will be a very, very new experience to me when we get to it. But yeah, that is what Riven looks like. Atreus' father is somewhere in Riven, from what I understand. And yeah, that's the end of MYST. So I just want to try this, see if I can figure out this last little bit. Okay, so I think that might be all the way to the top. That one was clear. No. And this one was 3 down from that, so that would be 17. This one was red. You know what, I was silly. I didn't actually note the sizes of the rings. I'll go back up if I need to. This one was 4 after that. This is one thing that I like. This puzzle did frustrate me a little bit, is the fact that the camera doesn't move with you. Okay, so this was 11 down, so that would be from 20, so that would be 9. And then this one was 4 down from that, so that's 13. This one was blue. This one was green. Okay, and I think this is for MYST. Okay, let me quickly go check the sizes of the rings. So it's large, medium, large, small. This is either MYST or it's the blank. Large. Large. Small. Yep. Okay, I've got something wrong. Let's move everything down 1. we go. So indeed, that is MYST. Alrighty. Yeah, I think that's basically it. That's the last little bit that I needed to find. Like obviously there's a couple of little extra bits floating around. There's Everdunes written there, but I don't think we've seen Everdunes. I think Everdunes was referred to, but I can't remember if we actually went there. And I haven't found any further sort of references to what sort of color combinations or anything it needs. I'm just trying to see. So there are, you can see some clear lenses there, but I don't see any of the rocks for the clear lenses. There's just a little bit of an interesting note more than anything else. But yeah, so Everdunes, obviously there's a label, but there doesn't seem to be a book for it or anything like that. There's nothing really else interactable around here that I've managed to find. Suddenly doubting myself. But yeah, I think that is the end. That drawer doesn't come out. I think that is the end of MYST. And yeah, that took me. Is that? I haven't streamed for so long. I've forgotten where everything is. 28 minutes. Okay, cool. So it's about a half an hour. I'm probably going to drop stream there then. Just because, yeah, as I said, I'm trying to get back into it. This was holding me up a little bit. I will be entirely honest. The fact that I hadn't finished it, that I wanted to finish it, make sure that it was all done before we end off and head into something else. But yeah, there it is. And right back to the sort of view that we started on. So yeah, that is the end of MYST, at least the 2021, I think this was the re-release happened. And yeah, that's the end of Rime, which was a completely new experience. Obviously caught me completely by surprise, so last time, so yeah. But there we go. That's the end of it. I hope to see you all soon. Hopefully I will be doing this a little bit more often again. But yeah, for now, I hope you have a wonderful evening. We'll see you guys next time.